basically what I'm gonna do before I start this, just give a little moment of gratitude, and I'm just gonna recalibrate my energy, make sure I'm fully present, and really just connect with my higher self for this one. So feel free to follow along. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go like this, because mudras are actually something like every single hand position, like this, like this. Every single mudra has a different correlation to our different chakras. So this, for example, going like this activates the root chakra. This will ground you much more into your physical body. And I like to call the lower three centers as like the spirit. And then as we move up to the higher chakras, that's more of that universal energy. That's that higher mind, that higher self. So we're just gonna go like this and just really absorb this energy. I'm trying to bring just like a calming wave of just authenticity, a day of new beginnings, high vibrations, just good intentions, staying open, staying rooted, and staying balanced in your state of being. And it's when we enter that I am presence, you start to just go with the flow of things. You're not really all constricted up, wondering it has to be like this, it has to be like that. The beautiful thing about it is it doesn't have to be like anything. It just has to be. It's like what is the isness of it. Nothing is, but everything just really carries out and has its own like just natural laws. You know what I mean? Let's do this. Basically, just gonna breathe in slowly, mindfully, and release it. I like to visualize like I'm breathing in the light and I'm breathing out everything that doesn't stir me. So the in breath, that's that prana. Out breath, that's also known as apana. So prana, apana. If you guys ever heard that mantra really hits. Prana, you know what I mean, baby? Like really these mantras are where it's at. Because how I'm starting to see is like our words are much more than what we think. Like even when I'm speaking right now, there's a frequency behind it, there's an intention behind it. So just like Om or Vam, Lam, like look at the chakra scale and you see just from the root chakra all the way up, there's different tones. And how all this is really connected, and the cool thing about it is look at the solfeggio frequencies. If you're not familiar with what the solfeggio scale is, basically it starts from 174 and goes all the way up to 936 hertz. So look at these frequencies. Look at the lowest. It's starting from the lowest end of that base chakra. It's located at the lower spine, right around this region, the first energy center. And it's like when we look into these frequencies, we can start to see how we can counteract and just activate some of these blockages or just dense energies that have been caught in our aura. Because one thing about it, it's more than just this physical body, it's more than just this form. Everything is really energy. You have an auric field, you have an emotional body, you have a pain body, and you also have an etherical body, which is the energy. That's why it's important to just be aware of your energy field. If there are things you may feel that are stuck or just blocked, these dense energies like just suppressed emotions, things that we mask or push away, like this can even get, tension can get stored into the physical body. And this is why meditation was really helpful along my journey. Yoga, really stretching out, really getting to the source, getting to the root of that tension. Because just like if you have, let's say you have a lower back pain, let's say you're in a fearful mind state, or you're just dealing with anxiety, different things like that, how it really correlates into our physical symptoms. Just for an example, like I had probably a few months ago, I was dealing with financial issues, dealing with money and letting money really stress me out. And that is definitely an ego trap. You don't want to identify. You have to know that you're already naturally abundant, naturally wealthy, naturally successful. But what that really did, like just my lower back. Like, look at the financial issues. Like, everything has a certain area, everything correlates, and it all draws back to a certain center. So just like with the financial insecurity, like the imbalance of that, it caused me to literally have back pain. Like, my lower back was dead ass, like super like tense and just tight. And I was like, where is this coming from? And I was like, let me think. It's those emotional traumas that, look at it as, if you have something like a tension in your body versus you trying to release it, and it's really just being aware and identifying the suppressed emotion. Because just like I said with that back thing, that was a suppressed emotion I had around money. Now this can have different things, like the fear that builds up in your liver, other things like that, like our kidneys, anxiety. Like, you just see how everything has a correlation, everything is related to another. So an emotion, a feeling, this affects the physical body too. So that's why it's important to just really manage your stress, manage your mindfulness, take a deep breath in and really just become present. And I definitely know what this is like. I used to let a lot of things really get to me, letting a lot of stress get to me. And I just started to realize I can only control what's within, not what's external, not what's out there, but I can control my thinking and my just state of being. You gotta look at your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and intentions. That's your current vibration. And look at the vibration as just our everyday lives. Like, what type of message? Look at it as if there was a higher source or a higher power, like the universe, for example. What type of vibration are you emitting to the universe? It's crazy. It's like as within, as without. Everything is really reflection. Like how I'm starting to see, like even just looking at these trees, looking at what's around me, I feel one with it. I feel connected with it. And it's like, it's all reflection. How our self-talk, how we treat ourselves, how we carry ourselves on a daily basis, and where our energy is really going, that's gonna reflect completely to the outside, to the external world, or the mind, the illusion. So really just make the best of it. It's time to really start living life, not being bunched up and being afraid to just be authentic, afraid to just be yourself. Now I really just want to come here and break it to you. Those certain thoughts that are negative, thoughts of unworthiness, thoughts of not being good enough, these are really just false subconscious programs. I want you to know that you have a lot of light in you. You have tons of vitality. All the strength you need, all the tools you need are right in front of you. Just really reflect, take a step back. And that is fact. Like, you kind of got to take a step back to move forward. You got to take a step back and just reflect, not analyze, but really just observe what is taking place, observe what is going on, not really around you, but more or less within you. Because like I said, just how your vibrate is how you view the outside. It's like, it's going to be the same thing. So we have that conscious free will decision. Like, free will is a law of the universe. So really remember this: you can do anything you put your mind to. Where your attention goes, that's where your energy flows. So just make sure you stimulate your mind with high vibrational things that are positive, things that you want to be embedded in your mind, not things that are toxic, negative, freaking Instagram madness, a bunch of crazy things that they try to just, you kind of just see how these, I'm going to say they because you already know what I mean. You already know what I mean. Like the people that, let's say, made social media, like, I swear, like, it's like the ego, the matrix is like what made us even get into our ego. Like, imagine if we were introduced to our higher selves at a younger age. Holy shit, like, everything would be different. And I'm just trying to really bring this message. I'm trying to spread my light to other people. It's about, like, when I wake up, it's really about, okay, how can I be of service to others? How can I add value to other people's lives? But still, at the same time, stay in that natural abundance, that I am presence. Not the I as the ego itself, but just the oneness with everything. Everything is interconnected. Even me and you talking right now, like consciously, collectively, like, we are one. We are all. What you see in me is what you see in yourself. And this goes vice versa. Whether if I treat you negative, or if someone makes fun of you, someone wants to say blah blah blah, it's just a reflection. You gotta really look at all this is just one big reflection, as within, as without. How another person treats you is really how they treat themselves behind closed doors. So it's important to really conquer the people, conquer the angry one with love, conquer the liar with truth, conquer the people who are just afraid to really get out their shells. Like, we gotta show people really what life is about. Life isn't about waking up day to day trying to survive, literally in panic, in fear, in that fight or flight type of response. This is what I'm starting to see, like the inner being, when we become more connected with that inner essence, the energy that is always naturally a part of us, we start to come back to our natural state. We start to see, hold on a second, why am I overreacting? Why am I overthinking? It don't even have to be like this. You see what I mean? All you gotta do is just show things, be content. I'm telling you, once you're content with your own energy, you can really be alone, bro. You just discovered something. You have just tapped in, my friend. When you're able to be alone, and not necessarily alone, because you know you're always with your guides, your angelic forces, spirit guides, all that jazz. They're always with you. They're always around you and supporting you. You have to know, just like you have a higher self, you have a lower self too. So just look at it as that devil and an angel on the shoulder. There's going to be that voice that is saying, come on, bro, what are you doing? We got to get up. We got to get our shit done. We got to get on this. Then there's that other voice saying, like, victim, I don't want to do anything. Why is everything coming after me? Why? So just kind of observe it, but don't attach your energy, because you know when those negative thoughts come through, look at it as just, and this is what I do even in meditation. When I'm observing these thoughts, what I visualize is really just look at all these thoughts, just one big stream, negative or positive. They're just flowing. They're coming and going. And I look in third person. I'm just like, I'm meditating. This is in like just like the astral plane, you could say. Just like in that meditation, that place you go in that 4D realm. But really, the best way I can explain it is just look at these thoughts coming and going. Look at it in third person. You're the observer. You're just watching it. And you have the conscious free will to attach to certain things. So this is what I'm starting to come to. Like, don't attach to the negative thoughts that come in your mind. Because you have to know you're more than just your thoughts. You're more than just this personhood. You're really the presence. You're really the all, the truth itself. God is really within us. The universe, we're damn near just a reflection of the universe. Like, that shit is cool. I just want to be here to really just give genuine messages. I'm not proving anything to anyone but myself, and that's how you should be too. Don't come out here and just be inauthentic and overthink. Simply just do it for you. Do it because you're trying to become better. Do it because you're trying to make a better change and implement like just a higher frequency, showing other people that they can do the same, if not better. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I want to show people how to really heal some of these blockages we have that aren't necessarily, you could say they were just implanted into us. They were just given to us without even our conscious free will or knowing that it was happening. That's really all I wanted to say. Hope this message really carries to you. Hope you resonate with it. But just keep your mind focused on what is positive right now. Focus on what's important and where you want to see yourself. But the power of the present is super important. The power of now is everything. Once you're in that state of being, and really just observing the senses and not really putting all your attention, putting everything into it, because I really know what that's like to just psych yourself out, just to overthink. I was one of those overanalyzers too in the beginning of my journey, looking like, oh shit, freaking negative entities over there. Could be some shit, gotta protect my energy. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to know that you are shielded no matter what. You do not need anything. Like, you just need you. Bottom line message of this video is we gotta start living. We gotta start enjoying our human experience. We're forgetting we're multidimensional beings, spiritual beings, having this human experience. Like, really, once I came to the realization of that, it took me down the natural road, the natural way. Like, it just brings you back to what is already there, and takes away all that clouded shit. So just be aware of what you feed your mind. Be aware of what you put your energy around and protect it. Keep people around you that want to see you win. Keep those around you that actually want to uplift and just see you eat. But if you gotta be that lone wolf, such as me, feel free to do it. Cause it's really not a bad idea. Like once you're able to move and be disciplined and be in that high vibrational state and just being content with your own energy by yourself, it really changes everything. Because you don't need validation from he or she. You don't need to go over there and then try to get a quick little text and make a move. You just start to see like you're your own one-man army, you're your own team. I'm not saying this as an eye, because that really was, I feel like that was just a way of responding to trauma unconsciously. I would really just push myself away, and I would purposely just want to be alone, want to be by myself. Like, trust me, I wake up one days, I want to communicate with people. I want to express. I want to communicate with others, other like-minded individuals. Really just plant these seeds and just carry out with this new earth, this new shift going on. And it's really like moving from being dependent of the system into moving into your own thing. Like I said in my other video, you have a special gift. You have a purpose in this life. You're not here to just go clock in, get that paycheck, go get a few things, pay the bills, pay that, and it's it. Like, there's way more to life than this. And it's simply just having this human experience in a way where we're observing through the senses. We're returning to that universal knowing of our true essence of who we are, and that's actually being a multidimensional being. You are spiritual. Like, even if someone thinks they're not spiritual, they are. Like, what you think you are inside here, this is just this earth vehicle. That's really how I see it. Like, this is really just a rover for Earth. Like, this is what I'm like. Y'all are copying these whips. I think this is a whip right here. This is a Lamborghini, baby. You gotta look at it like that. Just focus your attention on what is real, what is authentic. Just really believe in yourself. Don't lose that hope. And I send all my belief, I send all that energy to you guys. Let's get after it, and let's just focus on our purpose. There's no reason to overthink. There's no reason to try to be something or not. Simply just, boom, take off with that shit. Don't look back. Don't overthink it. Don't second guess it. You already know what to do, family. Let's get this. Let's keep those vibes high. And I send my unconditional love through the screen. Let's get it. You already know it's a whole new wave of light.